Joshua Joseph, host of the show, ready to shock with words that leave you in disbelief, tickling your mental block. We dive into the weird, the odd, and the strange. A podcast for the lunatics. We'll drive you insane. Niggas, get ready for the madness. ICP style. We bring the craziness. Joshua Joseph in control, takes you on a wild ride. Buckle up, my friend, and enjoy the dark side. It's time to Joseph, host of the show, ready to shock with words that leave you in disbelief, tickling your mental block. We dive into the weird, the odd, and the strange. A podcast for the lunatics. We'll drive you insane. Window lickers, get ready for the madness. ICP style, we bring the craziness. Joshua Joseph, peek through the window, see the darkness inside. This ain't no ordinary ride. It's a twisted, wild slide. Lunatics running wild, chaos on the loose. ICP inspired. We bring that wicked juice. Joshua Joseph, host of the show, ready to shock with words that leave you in disbelief, tickling your mental block. We dive into the weird, the odd.
Step into the ring, it's Monday Night Fall. My rhyme burn hotter than a funeral call. I'm the heavyweight champ, you can call me sire. Reviewing raw like a southern rap messiah. Crossing over lines like I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin. Flipping opponents like I'm Randy Orton. Dirty South flow, my words they be caustic. Every verse I drop got them head nodding. Spit lyrical punches like a ruthless fighter. Got the crowd hype, I'm the crowd igniter. Breaking down the raw matches, no denier. Dirty style rap, I'm the Monday night supplier.
Welcome back, window lickers, household, Grunmeister elite. Welcome to the show. It is Monday night. It is 7 p.m. and that means it's an hour before Raw. So you get me and you get one of my friends, the old Grunmeister. Grunmeister, how are you doing, my friend?
What's up, Josh? I'm doing just fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. And you know what? Before we get into everything, I would like to kind of take a moment here on the Raw Review Show. And I would like to say, Grunmeister, my friend, this past month, working with you in your house on this show has become one of my favorite things to look forward to before Raw because of you, man, because of the hard work you're putting into it, the fun we're having. You have become like a brother at the In Your House crew. You are the next guy. You are the fifth member. You have really shown me that this was the best choice that we could have made for In Your House. And I just wanted to step back and say thank you for everything you've done for In Your House, man.
You know what? Thank you very much for saying all that. I greatly appreciate it. And I'm glad that you invited me on to just try it out. Man.
Yeah, exactly. It was
Serum,
it was a trial.
Serum, I know you love me, Serum.
Yeah, and then
I know that.
We got the old Grunmeister crew coming in and already starting in hot.
Yeah.
We got the Lou. He's jumping in with us.
Medu, my phone.
That is fantastic. Yes, Grun. So I just wanted to take that moment and really give you your props because like you said, we started this out as an experiment with you, and you really grabbed the reins, man. And you were like, after that first show, I was like, you want to come back? You're like, yes, I want to. Let's go. And we've been doing it pretty solid, man. We got some great topics tonight. We are going to jump into that. We got some graphics to go with that, guys. We have dropped the video clip element to it, just because I am tired of messing with all the different platforms and getting little notifications of, hey, you can't use that, even though it was on television. Everybody already seen it. It's not like I'm making money off this. We are just talking about it because we love it. So, and plus, you know what we got tonight, and this is exciting for everybody. Stay tuned with us. You're going to have an hour break in between what's about to happen on the In Your House Network. And Grunmeister, let them know who we got.
We have got the Donovan Dijak is in your house tonight at 9 p.m. with an interview for him. He is recently released from the WWE. His contract expired. He had been trying to get a new contract because he wanted to stay. He ended up not getting a new contract. WWE just let it expired. It's I mean, I don't know why they didn't. Most of us are very shocked. He's shocked. We're all shocked that they didn't re-sign him because he had a great run in NXT. They let him go. They drafted him to Raw, but in a recent interview, I heard him he seemed to have learned that when you're drafted off TV, that's kind of kiss of death, sort of. So it's unfortunate, but I mean, the guy has got a very bright future, and I'm sure he's going to get signed within the next 3-4 months.
Yes. So check out with us, guys, because you're going to get this. You're going to get the Raw review from last week. You're also going to get the Dijak interview. So be in the chat. Let us know what you want to ask him. Once we get flowing with him, all engines are go, and we are going to the moon, doggy. So I'm excited, Grun. I hope you are. I know you are. You know, we'll be up in the moon eating our chicken nuggies and chunky milk and spending our Dogecoins.
That was an alleged accusation, Daniel. From what I have seen because I think we should. I have found nothing that substantiates that rumor. And I have seen him in an interview specifically say that he never talked to anybody. So, I have no reason to believe why he would want to seek a new contract with WWE and think that talking to the dirt sheets would help him get a new contract with the WWE and not get him the boot sooner. So, look, I don't think pro wrestlers are the most intelligent or the highest level of intelligence. However, most of them seem to be smart enough to realize you do that, you're asking to get released.
Yeah. And you know what? We'll find all this out when we speak to him. He will. Exactly. I mean, he's been an open book about a lot of things. So I say, Grun, we jump into it. We get into these subjects that we've been brewing up a little bit. We got, you know what, Doc Fox, you are a delight, my friend.
I would never call him dumb. He is 6'8", 270 pounds. He is a giant. I would never call that man dumb. He has a wife and 2 children to take care of. So any decision that he made, I am positive that he made it for the betterment of his children. And that is a man.
Let's go. We got Grun. You guys got Grun fired up. The chat is alive, and we are ready to talk some WWE Monday Night Raw. So let's jump into it, Grun. You know what? I want to start off with one of our favorites, one of our guys who's been at different promotions. He's back. He's our new guy back, and he sounds like he's getting ready. And let's go. We are IYH in your house.
Oh boy.
Is CM Punk, and let's talk about him. CM Punk comes out, starts Raw last week.
Man,
what were your thoughts on him? Coming in a little hot. You tell him, Grun. Yeah, we love when Grun gets fired up. Especially, you tune in here to see Grun fired up, and tune in on his channel. You will have a great time. So what were your thoughts on old CM Punk and his segment between Seth freaking Rollins. Were you excited about this? Was this on your dream list?
It was on my dream list. I'm more looking forward to the CM Punk Drew McIntyre match.
Yeah.
But with this, like, okay, I was like, oh boy, Punk. Look, Drew made his bed, but you did screw Seth in the process. You did, okay. So why in the hell are you looking to make more enemies? Because Punk, you have not made a friend since coming back. You're not very good at that. You're not good at making friends. The only friends that you really have left in the world are either not under contract with WWE or they're in AEW. You have no friends here. You have just smoothed things over with Triple H. You've just smoothed things over with people that had a beef with you before you signed with WWE again. And now you sign with WWE again, and you're just making more freaking enemies, dude.
Yeah.
Just, like, I understand that is your thing, that you're like, this is who I am. If you don't like it, go F yourself. But, dude, we've seen you're not that much of a threat when you are pretty easily injured.
Yeah.
And I'm just calling it like I see it, dude. You get injured. You got injured in the Royal Rumble from what didn't even look like that bad of a bump. So clearly your body is, I'm sure you're doing everything you can to stay healthy, but your body is like, dude, we're done.
Yeah. You're absolutely on that one right there. And you know what, Lou, you stole mine. I was gonna say, well, he does have Larry and AJ. Those are his friends in this world, you know. So let's go back though. So we have CM Punk. He was one of the biggest things in WWE at the time.
Absolutely.
He leaves. He goes on his own. He tries MMA. He did okay. He didn't die. So
okay, sure.
He was a better announcer.
Standard.
He was a better announcer for the
All
MMA.
Right.
I would say that. And then we find him in AEW. And while he's in AEW, guys like me are saying, you're never going to see Punk in WWE again. It's never going to happen. This is the line drawn. It's not going to happen. You were there too?
Yeah, I was saying like there's no way WWE is going to take him back. There's no way. But at the same time, I probably also was saying there's no way Vince McMahon is ever going to leave WWE.
See, I was there with you. So whatever happens. Vince leaves. Triple H takes over. There's a discussion between them. Punk was, I forget how long he was on the shelf because of his leaving AEW, but he ends up showing up at WWE. Totally blowing a lot of people's minds, really letting us know, hey, you know, maybe things have changed. Yes, exactly, Lou. Hell froze over for sure.
Yeah, it did.
That's it, exactly right. And that's where I'm getting at. So with Punk, I don't think we know what's going to go with Punk. And I'm taking the whole physical aspect out of it. Because right now he is the guy that I cannot tell you. I legit know exactly where they're going to go with him. And I like it. I really do like it for CM Punk because we do come in from us watching CM Punk. We went through the straight edge era. You never say never in the WWE. That is so true. And that is our man, one of our beautiful co-hosts that we have on In Your House. He is Hypocrisy Jones. Go check everything he's doing because Hypocrisy Jones does it all. He does have a Kokomo Press comedy team that he hangs out with and does shows for every Thursday night at Cooper's Pub out in Kokomo, Indiana. Go sign up. Go make Jones laugh because he does it for you. So do it for him. It's the, you know, nice thing to do. But here we are. CM Punk. Where do we see the next story with CM Punk? Is it going to be the Drew McIntyre continuation? Is it going to be the Seth Rollins? Where are we? I know the Drew McIntyre suspension is a play. It's got to be. I mean, you just signed him. You just signed him, re-signed him to a contract. So where do you see CM Punk going once he's healed, I guess? What are we waiting on? Are we waiting on his doctor's note?
I think that's it. I think we're basically waiting on the doctor's note. As far as where do I see him? So yeah, I think we talked about it. I don't know. I think it was in the group chat or on the Sunday house party. A triple threat between Seth, Drew, and Punk, which could be a way to avoid Punk getting injured, but the issue there is that the beef isn't really between Seth and Drew.
Yeah.
It's between Drew and Punk and Seth and Punk. So like while the triple threat makes it possible for Punk to win and to further, Drew gets distracted with some BS and costs himself the match and somehow allows Punk to get the win through some screw up. The issue is again with the injuries.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, like seeing Punk come back in 2022 and then how his run has gone since then is injury every 6 months.
Yeah.
Maybe. So it's like you have to take. So he was taking that all into consideration. Can he take enough bumps to satisfy everyone's thirst and desire for CM Punk in this triple threat match, and not have to be on the shelf till WrestleMania?
You know, while you were saying those last few sentences, my mind started going to what we've seen with The Undertaker and AJ Styles in the more cinematic match, the more
Josh? Uh-oh.
Did we? I think we're good.
I think, yeah, we're good.
Okay.
We're good.
Sorry about
you froze there. Yeah.
Yeah, technical difficulties. I seen everything loading up again. I was like, whoa. But yeah, I think we could in this WWE, I don't think we need straightforward Punk in a match every week. Thank you, Wicked Ways, for letting us know. I really just don't think that. I don't think you need him in the ring more than half the year.
Yeah.
Like really, you don't. You've really come up with this idea of CM Punk fucking over people that he wants to fuck over. And I like that. Keep that going. Keep him doing those things with different people, because then all he's doing is making stories more interesting. Like he's definitely, yes, exactly. Like Daniel's saying right here, Punk is a special attraction. He shouldn't be wrestling weekly or that often for his body's sake. And for, yes, I totally agree. And I'm glad you're on board here with this one, because
good points.
Wrestling is different. It's just different. And
it is very different.
We can adapt to it, and we can enjoy this unique run with Punk. And I know I said it when he came back that I'm not jumping on the Punk bandwagon, and I still feel I'm not. But I do feel that he is proving to me that it wasn't a waste. It wasn't just a gimmick. It wasn't a come to my circus instead of this circus across town because we got the fancy guy on the tightrope. It wasn't that. There was an actual plan. There was an actual, plan put forth of bringing CM Punk back into the fold. And you really can't you really can't take too much negative out of it, because how long do we have Punk in the ring? For how much longer do we have him, even with this ability to walk to the ring in a fast sprint, like his body has taken a lot of damage throughout the years. He had to prove himself more than a guy who is 6'6", 250 plus and just a ball of muscle. Like he
Yeah.
had to actually work and show that he can keep a crowd entertained. So with that being all said, where is your mind with what do you want from Punk when he's able to get into the ring and they're able to do a full, actually, like, story run with him?
I think the big things I want to see from Punk is just to see him get physical, see him get aggressive. Because they've been building this as a full-on blood feud between him and Drew.
Yeah.
And they seem to be doing the same thing with him and Seth.
Very true.
So I'm like, I'm down for the blood feud. I'm down for it. I just definitely want to get my money's worth and see Drew completely destroy Punk, or see Punk take a beating and still beat Drew.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I kind of want to see separate storylines between those three. I want to see Punk's storyline with Seth. I want to see that with Drew. I want to see that finished. Because I don't think you have too much more you can do with the Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. You can still play in what you've already developed, but how much further can you continue it without there being an actual fight?
The next step, and I've been saying this, and I am hoping that this is the route they're taking. It is another Drew makes a mistake and he costs himself the match. He has it won. He gets distracted by whatever, and Punk just rolls him up for the win. It is humiliating, and you have Drew ranting and raving on Raw, and then he just stops speaking and says something like, "I cost myself that match. I am the reason." He starts cutting a promo like an addict finally realizing they're an addict.
Okay, I like that.
And I'd say he goes away for a little bit.
Okay.
He says he needs to take time off, get his head straight. It's July. You could probably have him return at Survivor Series, or maybe even wait till Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Because I don't think it would be outrageous if this is the story you're telling. I think you could get fans behind a surprise Drew return at the Rumble and win the Rumble. I think you could get fans behind that. They see him, they see a Drew that is fully, maybe not surprise return and win the Royal Rumble, but maybe like in the lead up to the Royal Rumble, you see him return. You see him cut these promos that are explaining that he's got a completely different mindset now, that he is not blaming CM Punk anymore. And maybe that's the first thing he says. Maybe he interrupts a CM Punk promo against Seth, and Punk is all fired up, and Drew's just reaches out his hand and with a microphone just says, "I'm sorry, and I forgive you for I apologize for everything I did to you, and I forgive you for everything you've done to me." We see a completely new Drew. You get the babyface Drew, who this could be the time that you actually go on. He wins the championship at next year's WrestleMania again, but this time he actually gets a nice, decent run with it.
I like it. I like where you're going with this, and we'll put a final pin in this one and come back to it, because I think we're going to continue the Drew McIntyre discussion. Yeah. But let me pose this to you. because I really liked where you went with where he realizes that it's his fault. He finally gets there. But before we put the pin in it, here's my question, and I don't want you to answer it yet. We'll save it till next week. How do we get Drew McIntyre to realize it was his fault? So that's what we'll pin for next week. So join us for that. Yeah. And let us know if you're in the house call in the chat. Let us know what your thoughts are. How do we get Drew to that point to where he realizes maybe some of the shit was his fault? And then we get the best Drew McIntyre. So hit us up, let us know, and we will continue the conversation with you in the chats until next week when we back up that story. So we'll go back into Drew McIntyre. But right now, Grun, we got to get into what you like to talk about. So let's talk some Judgment Day in your house. Judgment Day is the subject of In Your House Raw review. So let's get it going, Grun.
We have got it is now full on a dysfunctional family. You got and you know what? I'm all here for it. I really am because everything that they're doing, it looks like it is set up to give Finn Balor and JD McDonough some more TV time, some more opportunity to show themselves, and which obviously is going to benefit JD McDonough. Dominic Mysterio is getting more segments on his own or with Liv Morgan. And you have Damian Priest slowly turning babyface or at a pretty moderate pace.
Yeah.
Hey, so on Raw we had Seth Rollins and Damian Priest had a segment where Damian tells Seth, I appreciate you being a man of your word, but I'm going to rescind the gentleman's agreement. You can challenge me after Gunther.
Yeah.
So that threw a monkey wrench into all my plans. I was starting to think, okay, Gunther's probably going to win. Like, is Gunther losing? Is Gunther losing at SummerSlam? I've already said, like, I don't know if this is the right time for Gunther, but I know we all agree we want to see him win that title at some point.
It'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then we see the Judgment Day walk in on Liv Morgan stretching out Dom's leg.
Like the Three Stooges too. They all like JD's at the very bottom, just poking his head out, holding up the finger.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is going on here? I want to know who's writing their whole segments, man.
Whoever it is, they've realized, you know what? This is probably some old humor, but it's probably gonna land really well.
Oh yeah, and it did. It did, because even Pat he did a still frame and then he started doing the NFL stuff with it. So like you caught lightning in a bottle.
Yes.
Towards the end of the Judgment Day.
Yes. And of course you got Carlito saying that's cool.
Yeah.
Like, Carlito, enough. and then we also see Damian. He's on the phone alone. He's on the phone with somebody. Then he tells the rest of Judgment Day after Dom and Liv leave that there's a surprise. Don't worry, I'm not going to tell you guys. Dom and Liv go on to win their mixed tag team match against Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega. Dom falls on Liv, and they almost share a moment, and then we hear the words we've been waiting to hear for a very long time. This is my brutality.
So
Mommy Rhea Ripley is fucking back.
Yes,
and Mommy is pissed.
Yeah, she is not happy.
No, she is not.
Man,
she is not. This is gonna end. Obviously, I guess they were short on time, so we didn't get to see everything I wanted to see. We didn't get to see Rhea Ripley just fucking annihilate Liv and Dom.
Yeah.
But we're gonna see something good because this is it has been noted that Rhea Ripley is listed as a babyface on the internal reports. She is a babyface. But I think we all know that we still want her to do Rhea Ripley stuff.
Oh yeah,
Please. Thank you. We
yeah.
appreciate it.
She's the female Austin.
Oh yeah.
Like she can play that character, and everybody's gonna love her. Especially right now, she can play the scorned woman. While she's away nursing her injuries, her her little Dom is over here playing peekaboo with Liv, and then the other guys in the group are just fucking running around like a goddamn 90s Looney Tunes fucking cartoon. I was waiting for one of them to bring out the mallet and just hit the other one in the head, and his eyes go, it was like, geez, man. But I loved it. I really liked it. Like what they're doing right now is so good.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're bringing mommy back to rein it all back in, because that's what she's gonna do. She's when the mom gets home, she reins shit in. Sometimes you don't push the limits because you see mom's look on her face and you're like, I don't want to fuck with that one right now. So you move on, But mommy's back. She's ready to rock and roll. I'm here for it. I'm ready for whatever she's going to do tonight, because whatever she's going to do tonight is going to be epic. We've been waiting for her. I do not feel that she's back too soon. I think they played it perfect with her.
Oh yeah.
They ramped up that Liv and Dom storyline up till the peak of what we've seen at the end of Raw, and then she hits right when you think it's gonna happen, and you're like, oh shit, Dom, you're gonna fuck up. Boom, she comes out. So I'm really excited for it. I think I've said it a million times on these shows, Rhea is just levels above even a majority of the male wrestlers.
Yeah,
she's you can't even when you talk Rhea Ripley, you cannot talk men's wrestling. You just talk wrestling. It's a form of respect for her because she has earned it. She keeps us entertained. She can carry a fucking storyline like a champ. I mean, think about it. She's been gone for months, and her name has not been out of anybody's mouth.
No,
she has been still the talk of the town and has done absolutely nothing until this moment of last Raw, where she comes out at the very end. So perfectly done. Like you said, like I said, who's ever writing for the Judgment Day, they are doing masterful work. It is brilliant and amazing. You got the gears turning, Grun. I see it.
Yeah. Side note, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but WWE is confirmed to be doing a crossover with Call of Duty and Warzone.
I seen you post that. 3
operators, 2 men, 1 woman. There is, and from what I looked at the teaser again, and one of the operators looked like they had spikes on their shoulders. I'm thinking like there is no guys like maybe Damian Priest or Finn Balor. I actually maybe a Damian, but I don't think Damian is at the level of getting his own operator in Call of Duty yet. How I mean, look,
Dom on a pole
I don't
match.
know if that's the right match, but I'm not gonna say that I wouldn't buy a ticket to see that.
Hey, if they redo the Judy Bagwell match and you put Dom on a forklift above the ring, I'm there. I'm there. I'm watching.
I mean, look, WWE's got us at a point where they could do something, do a really dumb match stipulation, but we're gonna want to watch it. We don't care. We're gonna want to watch it. We might think of it as a funny moment in time or the greatest match of all time.
Yeah, and plus it allows Dom to play. He can character play up there. Yes. I mean, that would be the best out of the whole match. I mean, I would love the match in itself, but if you have Dom on a forklift skid up above the ring, handcuffed to it, just screaming, no, it would be so funny. I would just lose it.
Oh, it'd be hilarious.
And I would tune in.
But one of the operators, I'm pretty sure the female operator is going to be Rhea Ripley. The other 2, most likely John Cena and Cody Rhodes, I think are going to be the other 2. I wouldn't be surprised if they sneak Roman Reigns in there, and they've only announced those bands 3 officially.
I gotcha. Okay, that sounds cool. We'll keep updated on that one. Yeah, this won't go away. And if there's news that breaks on that specific game during the week, jump into Grunmeister's chat when he goes live. Guarantee he'll talk about it. And if he's not, bring it up. He'll fucking talk about it.
Well, so they are going to officially announce the operators next Wednesday.
Ooh, so be on the lookout next Wednesday. After next Wednesday, if you haven't figured it out and you don't know how to Google, look up Grun. See when he goes live. I guarantee he will talk about it if you bring it up. And if you don't bring it up, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a big discussion because it's a good game. It's a good game. And this is kind of like a real fun time for wrestling fans, especially when they do crossovers like that. So, Grun, any last things on the Judgment Day?
No. Last thing, pro wrestling, mainstream. It is mainstream on the biggest level right now. So
very true.
Get in and enjoy it.
Yes, very true. We will look forward to tonight, what happens, where we go for in that storyline with Rhea and Dom and Liv and the rest of the Judgment Day. So stay tuned. Check us out next week if you want an update. I'm pretty sure we'll talk Judgment Day. They don't seem to be leaving us anytime soon. So let's jump into, this is one guy we've been gushing about for the past couple weeks. Pretty much on the shows. We've been talking about him a lot more privately, a lot of us. And that is the man, Bron Breakker. You gotta love him. You gotta love everything Bron Breakker is doing right now. And the reason I'm bringing him up, and it really has nothing to do with what he did on Monday night, it has to do what he's done since he's been at Monday night. His opportunities he takes and makes available and exciting for him, for his brand, for what we see, what we buy in Bron Breakker. So, Grun, my question to you, are you satisfied right now with the progression of Bron Breakker on the main roster?
I'm going to say overall, yes. I think it was a week or two ago, someone in the Sunday House Party or in our stream mentioned that the comparison to him to Goldberg was the issue was Goldberg fought jobbers for 6 months.
Yes.
And that's how he got his big win streak. Bron Breakker, he fought he's fought a couple jobbers and then immediately got into a feud with Ricochet, immediately got into a feud with Sami Zayn, immediately got into a feud with Ilya Dragunov.
Yeah.
So it's like they put him in big matches. Did they give him a loss against Sami Zayn? Sure. But at the same time, in that match, we saw old Sami Zayn, where he had to narrowly by the skin of his teeth win. Yeah. This was not the Sami Zayn that beat Gunter. This is the Sami Zayn that Bron Breakker is going to eat for breakfast.
Dude, you're hitting on a good spot there too, because I believe it was Jones who brought it up that he's not buying into this Sami Zayn run. And you know, I don't think that Jones was in a ocean by himself with that. I think there's many people out there who actually do believe that this it seems lackluster for this run. But what they did with that win over Breakker, that's the key to Sami Zayn. That's the key to make people buy into him. So I think that they're seeing that and they're making an adjustment. But I think they're going to do the thing where they get you so amped up. He's going to win. Sammy's going to do it again. And then Bron is just going to destroy him. And then that's going to give Sammy a big boost too. That's going to give him the bigger boost without the title and losing in that fashion where you have a bigger, stronger Bron Breakker, a hungrier Bron Breakker. I mean, right now, Bron Breakker is the hungriest man on the roster. He wants to be in that ring. He wants to give the fans every bit of entertainment he can. And I think they're finding that out. WWE themselves are sitting back and they're realizing that they got this rock that they can actually make diamonds out of. and
Oh
sell
yeah.
these diamonds, and people are buying it because he is so good. Like, you took his dad and his brother and you made it into one muscle package who moves way better than all of them.
Absolutely.
Every single one of them. Braun is so fluid. He's just, right now, he is the mountain peak of wrestling when it comes to pure wrestling. When you just want to watch pure wrestling, a guy just destroy people, come in and live that gimmick, make you believe that if you crossed that barricade, he would eat you alive. And I think he would. But so you are satisfied overall with exactly where we're at with Braun Breaker's progression on Raw?
Yes, overall, I would say I am satisfied. I'll be more satisfied when they finally put that title on him at SummerSlam.
So SummerSlam, that's your
I
line.
think
That's where you're drawing it, huh?
that is where I'm drawing it. That is my prediction set in stone because Braun Breaker, I've said this, and like there's no evidence saying this is a wrong statement. He's ready for a title reign. He's ready for that now.
He is.
Like
He's not ready for Ryback, I'll tell you that. And anybody out there, this is fake news. That is not me writing this stuff. You guys know me well enough that I would not hit anything with Ryback in it. Ugh.
No,
But
no,
that was funny.
Ryback's...
I did enjoy that. That tickled me very much. Continue with what you were saying, Grun.
But no, yeah, like this, we're seeing the next Brock Lesnar. Only this is Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
And apparently Parker Boudreaux thinks he's the next Brock Lesnar. Apparently,
well, he went out and got that snappy new haircut.
Yeah.
Yep, it's me, fans. You figured me out.
All right.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. I did see that kid. Yeah, if you're going for size and haircuts, yeah,
Sure.
he's definitely. I haven't seen him in a ring. This is actually the first time I've heard of this young man. I was going to check that out later on after we get done with our Dijak interview.
Right.
And fans, let me tell you right now, we are 19 minutes away from Raw kicking off, getting ready to punch you in the face, because that's what Raw does. They're getting ready to go back to go to Netflix, not back, but to go to Netflix. So be on the lookout for that. I know you guys have heard us talk about it, but at 9 p.m. we go live. The In Your House crew jumps on with Donovan Dijak. Join us. Be a part of it. Come into the chat. See what he has to say. Say your opinion. We will get it out there. We will have a conversation about it. And if it doesn't make it to that show, we will bring it up in future episodes. We won't leave you guys hanging. There is a really cool feature that Hypocrisy Jones set up for us. And all it is in Facebook Messenger. It's called the House Call. If you want to be a part of it and you want to see what we're doing kind of behind the scenes and getting a little information before everybody else on the social medias, come join us, be a part of it, put House Call in the chat, and we will get your information and we will get you loaded up with us so you can see exactly what we're doing. Sometimes, when I was doing this stuff by myself, I was always sitting back going, God, I wish I had a producer. And now that I have a producer, I go, gosh, I wish he didn't have fingers to be typing on the damn keyboard. No, you got to love Jones and everything he does.
Yep.
Join us, guys. Come back 9:00. We'll be there. We're at 17 minutes now before Raw kicks off. And we have one more subject to go into. And I've been waiting to talk to you about this, Grun, because
I know you have been.
We are at some of the best cinema being brought to a WWE fan base right now. And it is one of one of my favorite guys who is playing the role of the main guy. I became a fan of Bo Dallas back in the day. There was just something about him that made me laugh, made me enjoy wrestling when he was on. And right now we need to discuss Uncle Howdy is in your house. Let's discuss what is going on in the Wyatt family.
Dude, the Wyatt family, the Wyatt Six. He has explained to us why 6 is spelled SICKS.
Mhm.
He explained that it really is, they're all sick. They are ailing from being left out, being forgotten, being tossed aside, being treated like they are not worth the time or effort. Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy, has given them a home, has given them a place where they can find themselves, a place where they can mold into what they are meant to be.
Yeah.
And I see Jones. He's trying to throw us off. That's not going to happen, Jones.
It's not. He's gonna try though. So and he's pretty good at it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see where you're going. Like he did explain it. Where is your mind right now with what you want to see ring wise? Who do you want to see in that ring first out of the group? What is the next step that Grunmeister is waiting for out of the Wyatt Six?
The next step is present is a more presentation of Mercy the Vulture, Dexter Loomis, Huskers the Pig, Joe Gacy. Those two specifically. I think I want the presentation of Nikki Cross and Eric Rowan as well. And I want to know that this isn't that they're not going to just release Eric Rowan as soon as they're done with the Wyatt Six faction storyline. But like I want to see. No. I imagine that's going to involve some satanic ritual stuff, and I'm not interested.
Oh, come
Sorry.
on. Your PP can handle it. You'll be fine.
But I want to see more of that.
Okay.
And as far as in ring, I definitely am hoping that we see a 6-man tag, because I think tonight or in the coming weeks before SummerSlam, we're going to see Chad Gable officially team with the Creed brothers and Ivy Nile to form the new Alpha Academy.
Okay.
And we'll see Julius Brutus and Chad taking on Bo Dallas, Dexter Loomis, and Joe Gacy.
Interesting.
That is who I have for the lineup. But I could also see Bo Dallas maybe saying, I'm going to give Rowan, Gacy, and Loomis the opportunity to prove themselves, to show themselves. So I could also see them going in that direction.
Alpha Academy 2.0. That's right. Type 1 in the chat if you want to see it. We got Grunmeister. He wants to see it.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't mind seeing that. Because what I really want out of it is I want them to prove Ivy Nile can hold her spot, can actually make me buy into what she's doing, because right now she's lost in the mix for me. Because you have Zoe, you have Zelina, you have all those. Vega doesn't have the muscles, but she has the in-ring ability to hold her own with these women. And then you bump up from there. You got Shayna, you got all these women that are almost cut from the same cloth in representation. And Ivy, you're lost in the middle of that. No one wants to see that. So please don't type 2. But you see what I'm saying with Ivy.
Yeah.
And honestly, it would prove to me if Gable can actually bounce back from a character big blow up, with him losing the whole team, with him being pretty much the center focus right now of the
Right.
Wyatt family. Like, what are your expectations of this group forming up? And this will be our last bit that we go into, because we have 10 minutes, we are about 10 minutes away. Yeah, type 3 if you want to be built like Ivy Nile. I will go 3 all day on that one, because
Yeah, 3.
I would take her physique way over this disgusting thing that I call a body. But yeah, where do you want this group to develop into? Where do you want to see them go?
I think I want to see Julius and Brutus win tag team titles. I think they are a good team to take it off of Balor and McDonough,
Okay.
because if I think if they're teaming with Gable, I imagine they're all turning heel. So then, does that mean that JD and Finn, they fall in line behind Rhea, and they all of Judgment Day turns babyface? Because I'm like, you can still have Carlito do his that's cool stuff that where it's not appropriate as a babyface and still be funny.
Do you consider this DX babyface with what they could be doing? You know what I mean by that,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I watched DX when they came back in like 2007. Yeah, I think this could be Judgment Day always getting up into shenanigans. You got Dom always getting himself in trouble. Carlito being the inappropriate uncle that always has something that he shouldn't have.
Such a good role for him too. He plays it so well.
It is. I'm hoping that with that you can kind of back to New Alpha Academy. I think we can see Julius and Brutus start cutting more promos, because I know everyone's got a lot of faith in Julius, and no one's seems to have as much faith in Brutus. But I'm like, well, now hold on, like they're both seem to be very solid wrestlers in the ring, and it seems that Brutus has just as much personality as Julius, or at least he shows more personality than Brutus does, I think, in the up down down, and even his Twitch streams. He shows he's got a lot more personality. There's a lot more that he can deliver. So like I think this brother duo, I think this is going to be very interesting to see in the weeks, months, and even years to come.
Yeah, I mean, I like where you're going with this. You really kind of laid out a realistic idea of what we can expect going forward if they do team up, and we do get exactly what you're saying. yeah, Dom he definitely was.
I think he was getting poked.
Yeah, there was a lot of questionable actions happening in there, and you know what? If you take all that stuff away, they weren't a bad tag team, intergender tag team together. They actually worked out pretty well.
Yeah,
and I mean, that was actually a match I enjoyed. Vega, I thought she did really well in that. No, we don't. We do not do that. That's in our bylaws. We let everybody just have their own thing, man.
Yeah,
You know,
you're
just be
allowed.
you. Just be
Yeah.
you. Anytime you're with us, be you.
Yeah.
Because we like you
Or you know, just
somewhat.
keep it to yourself. That's
Or
also an option.
that is also an option.
We don't shame you. We won't judge you, but also maybe some stuff you may want to keep to yourself.
Yeah, you don't want to bring out at the party. You let that go back, and maybe if you have a private conversation with somebody and they're into it, you join up. Who knows?
Yes.
We're here to help and heal. That's all we're here to do. And fans, we are 6 minutes away from Monday Night Raw starting off, and we are an hour and 6 minutes away from the interview that has been brewing in the In Your House podcast group for a few weeks now. We are really excited to bring this to you. Um, we are cooking, we are moving, and we are trying to bring you guys all the best. We got Donovan Dijak coming up at 9 p.m. at the In Your House podcast channels. You can catch us on Twitch. You can catch us on YouTube. You will be able to catch us on X. I did notice that we got hit with a thing saying we have to go premium to go live from X now, but who cares? We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Use hashtag In Your House. House is spelt with a W, and that W, that stands for work, because that's what we do. We have a great leader who really built an awesome playground for us to come and have fun and be ourselves. We have great team members. We're adding on to the team members. We have new people coming in. Elon ain't getting our dollars. That is correct, but he gets our boss's dollars, so we will piggyback off of him. And In Your House will be on X no matter what. So friends, fans, everybody, I personally want to thank you all for joining us, for being a part of this, for seeing the growth that we are doing. Like I said at the beginning, we've introduced Grun to you. Him and his crew, his fans, have really brought a really fun element to the Monday Night Raw review show. I know they're usually in for the first half an hour, and then that's enough they can handle with us, which I don't blame them. And yeah, we want you to hop on our bandwagon. Grun, I've been babbling for a long time.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell people where to find you, some of your content, what you might be working on?
You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Grunmeister. You can catch me on Friday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern, where I do my Grun's Room SmackDown review preview show every Friday night, where we recap the previous SmackDown and we go over what's going to happen, potentially happen even on that night's SmackDown. Down at the same time, I've started doing more WWE 2K24 streams where I challenge myself in the My GM mode. Right now, the most recent challenge, I have 3 stars that were worth over $200,000. Everyone else worth well under that, and I bought Post Malone for $9,000 and ended up trading him for Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't know how the hell I got that trade, but I got Stone Cold out of that. So hey, I'll take it.
Rip off. Jeez, man, you traded a doodle bear for Stone Cold Steve Austin, man. That's pretty cool.
Austin Creed did not know what he was doing. Apparently, he didn't know.
Hey, you reap that benefit.
Yes, exactly.
Like I said, fans, Grunmeister has a fun element going outside of the In Your House. Go join him. We got the Lou chiming in, Grun Dungeons. We love that. That has been a thing for 2 weeks now. People have been yelling that out. And fans, look what Grun did for you. You know what? Let's pull him up solo. Look what he did for you guys. Look at that. You guys see that? That door is fucking fixed.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that? And it only took Jones a couple weeks of real internal like screaming and yelling, because that's one thing that he was probably driving him extremely nuts, because we all know Jones, and he does not enjoy a cluttered area that is behind him. It drives him up a wall. And he said one thing, and Grun fixed it. You gotta love it. See, we're building everybody up over here at the In Your House crew. So come join us. Be a part of it. Hashtag In Your House. House is spelt with a W. That W stands for work. And that's what we're getting ready to do. Fans, I absolutely love the fact that you join us. This is true. We love you guys. Thank you for joining us. Remember, 9:00, join us. We will be interviewing Donovan Dijak. You are going to enjoy this one. The entire crew will be there. We will be having fun. We will be talking to them. And this is In Your House. You just watched the Raw review. Oh, Grun, this is the saddest moment of our week, bro. We disband for 7 days.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Damn.
Yeah, we'll see you later, I guess. All right. Well, fans, you know what we're going to hit you with. Go and check out my buddy Paragon. I'm sporting this shirt today, and we absolutely love you and can't wait to see you next show.
Hey there, kiddo! It's your friendly neighborhood, Mr. Kilmore here. And as professional wrestling's favorite TV dad, I suggest you go over and you watch the Monday Night Raw review with Grunmeister and Josh Joseph, as we call him, The Voice. Comes on at 7 p.m. and it is brought to you by In Your House and Window Lickers. And when you're done, go get some stank on your hang down. Are we still... Cut!